Patrick Lamb's Comedy Channel.
I also have a Finnish nephew, Albert, who is showing the early signs of becoming an Albert. Because if your name, when parents name their children, they are determining the rest of that child's entire life. This is fact, and we all know it. If you're called Albert, you have two life choices open to you. You can either become a genius physicist with enormous eyebrows the size of Liechtenstein, who knows everything there is to know about electricity, energy, matter, and is destined never to see a real, actual, naked human female ever. Or option two, still lives at home with mummy, aged 45, has a bow tie, collects model trains, wears a jumper with no sleeves, Polunder, I think they're called in Austria, and also is destined never to see an actual, never mind. My nephew Albert hasn't completed his transformation quite yet, but he's well on the way. He says things like, "Daddy, my porridge is too hot," and then pours it into his pants. See? Why do children do things like that? Things that any common sense at all would probably indicate are not a very good idea. Putting toy cars up their noses, throwing their poo at each other. Activities that seem to suggest a later career in politics, perhaps. Parents can really curse their children with fabulous names. I know a child called Claudius Maximilian. Who in the unholy fuck calls their son Claudius today? By the second year of kindergarten, this little boy had organized the other children into well-armed, well-drilled legions, quite capable of conquering Italy before they finished kindergarten. Watching little Thomas and Millie coldly fighting to the death in the sandpit with small, very sharp toys from a Bob the Builder toolbox for the under fives. If you call your son Ludwig, even if you live in Taiwan, you have predestined that child to become the wig-wearing mad homosexual king of Bavaria, which is quite a burden to place on a child born into a family of unsafe, fluffy panda manufacturers in Taipei. It's rather odd. I have a son, I've done my bit, but if I ever have a second child, boy or girl, that child will be named Winston Genghis Casanova Shakespeare Euro Millions Lamb. That's what...